Welcome to Let's Talk 101.
Hello, everybody. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our very new content dito po sa ating channel, Let's Talk 101. Of course, this is our pilot episode with Sir Julius. As you called me. I just want to use that term because you made me. Thank you so much. If you are new to our channel, of course, please do not forget to hit the like button. And of course, our don't forget to smash the bell button also. We are live, and of course, all you can do is, of course, interact with me if you have some interesting question and topic. First of all, I would like to greet everyone, most especially our regular 10 million supporters that are now today live with us to this channel. And we will try our best to deliver the best positive outlook that we can squeeze on a professional manner. And of course, we are not intending to offend anybody, to hurt personal feelings of any individual, because this is merely a personal commentaries, reactions, and opinion at any sort. So, what we are all entitled to. So, but before we continue, of course, I'm going to share something that is more divine. It is very hard when you do some live talk like this, especially if you try to make it good and try to orchestrate it better instead of just doing it spontaneously. But of course, we are going to practice it, and since this is our pilot episode, I'm sure there we could get some a bit lapses or errors, but we are human, so I think that is expected. By the way, guys, I tried to make it earlier as scheduled. Normally, we booked it and scheduled it on the 28th of September, but due to some work requirements, I need to schedule it earlier today. And I think today is actually a good day to start because, as I've said, before we continue, I would like to share something with you guys, a very inspiring book. So I would like to start it with a very inspiring book that we're going to read some thoughts and prayers. I got this book during my visit to the Westminster Cathedral, one of the biggest cathedral in London. It's a Catholic, of course, and of course, pardon us for our friends that are non-Catholic, but of course, we have full respect to you guys. And the most importantly is that we have to start it with our faith in order for us to be guided accordingly. Ika nga. Today is the good thing with this book. Actually, this is a best-selling book, and I'm going to recommend this to you. This is called Jesus Calling. This is calling from Sarah Young, and the moment I saw this, I found it very interesting. And today, there is a very nice passages and messages that will inspire us, will motivate us, and make us more renowned with our faith and our connection, especially when we are down, when we are in trouble, when we are depressed. I recommend this book, guys. This is very good. I'm going to read a praise and prayers because this is on daily basis. I'm carrying it wherever I go on my shoots. I carry it on my backpack so that whenever I'm in the train, I um, I have the chance to read. Um, of course, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to give a big salute to all of you, to our 20 million viewers in the house. I cannot name you one by one right now, okay? But definitely, you know who you are. And again, my big salute to all of you. So, this book, Jesus is Calling, I read it a couple of times. And funny enough, or maybe fortunate enough, the message for today is very interesting and very related to our topic that I am going to tell you later on. It says here, the title itself is Jesus is Calling, which is like communicating with God. Thank you so much, Paring Joe Resente. Special mention. So it says here on today's verses, this is taken from the chapter of Isaiah, John, and Matthew. And it says, "Come to me and listen. Attune yourself to my voice and receive my richest blessings. Marvel at the wonder of communicating with the creator of the universe while sitting in the comfort of your home. Kings who reign on earth tend to make themselves inaccessible. Ordinary people almost never gain an audience with them. Even dignitaries must plow through red tape and protocol in order to speak with the royalty. Though I am king of the universe, I am totally accessible to you. I am with you wherever you are. Nothing can separate you from my presence. When I cried out from the cross, it is finished. The curtains of the temple was torn in two from top to bottom. This opened the way for you to meet me face to face with no need of protocol or priests. I, the King of Kings, am your constant companion. Praise to you, O Lord. It's beautiful message, mga kaibigan. I'm so surprised that the message of today's Jesus is Calling is all about the kings. It's all about the royalty. What a coincidence, mga kaibigan. I think we are all guided with our pilot episode. And of course, our main topic today is about the royalty. As you know, that we have just had a huge celebration for the death of our Queen Elizabeth II, who reigned with us for decades. She served as a monarch for 70 years. And of course, by her death, automatically the king will be Prince Charles. So this is the most interesting topic, ladies and gentlemen, because um, as the king mentioned that will be our new ruler. And definitely the schedule of the her reign and coronation will be after 6 months. So it's continuous celebration in United Kingdom, and of course, it's all about the royalty. But before this starts, after the death of the king, it's also very interesting because there are a lot of news that it's already exposing other people, individuals, private individuals that are claiming that they are related to the king. And as of now, I am going to show you how it goes. And of course, we tried our best to do our research. And there is somebody claiming that Prince Charles and Camilla has a secret son in the name of Simon Charles, and we're going to show it to you later on. It's Simon Durante Day, Simon Charles Durante Day. He's a 56-year-old Australian right now. But of course, before that, let's talk something piece by piece in order for us to really contemplate on what's going on. Of course, as a person, as a citizen of this country or citizen of the world, we are entitled to give our personal opinion and maybe try to dig deeper on history. And I am going to show you something, ladies and gentlemen, because as it wasn't my intention to really put more deeper research on our topic for today, but because it is about the royalty, I started searching. And later, after the death of the queen, there was a forecast from Nostradamus. If you know them, or if you know Nostradamus, there was a forecast from Nostradamus that the King Charles will abdicate and be replaced by a surprise king, claimed Nostradamus. So we are going to discuss further what was the forecast or the prediction of Nostradamus. 18 million in the house. I would like you to relate with our topic because if you are aware who is Nostradamus, well, Nostradamus is an astrologer, and before he died, of course, he created a book of predictions up to our current situation that, as per the report, that he even predicted the death of the queen, that the queen will die on 2022 at the age of 96. Now, let's go back to the prediction that Nostradamus said that King Charles, because um, he is already 76 years old, and it says will abdicate and will be replaced by a surprise king. And and Prince William, which is the next in throne, wasn't mentioned. So they were saying that it might be Prince Harry or someone else. So let's read the article that says in here. It says King Charles III reign could be a short one, and he could be actually be succeeded by Prince Harry. I am reading all this research, guys, based on the reports from ABC News, 7 News Australia, and I want to make sure that I am not just trying to make an invention, but this is a very good topic to basically, discuss. As I promised to you, this is a very current events that we should know. So it says, according to a modern day author who interpreted the prophecies of Nostradamus, the shocking claims are made by author Mario Breeding in his book in 2005. The book deciphered cryptic poems written by the 16th century astrologer in 1555. It suggests that Charles will abdicate, and rather than William, it could well be Harry who will take over the monarchs. It is very interesting because Prince Harry already denounced his title being a prince, and of course he is the second one, and he is trying to live privately out of the royalty protocol and responsibilities. But let's continue. Or even the name was mentioned. The name was mentioned that even maybe the Australian Simon Durante Day, who still to this day claims to be the secret son of King Charles and Camilla. It was reported by the Daily Star. And of course, this is very interesting. This is very interesting, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to show you this. You know, um, as it says that the the person is claiming that he is the illegitimate son or the secret son of Charles and Camilla when they were young, when they were 17 and 18. Could you imagine? It might be possible. And along the way, because if you could search and the name and find it on the internet. It's all over the news. It's still very current. Ladies and gentlemen, it's very recent. You could see it everywhere. And I tried my own research also. So it says that, you know, he was given to her grandmother, whom that time, sorry, worked as a lady in waiting in with the Queen Mother. See Gregorio, guys, 23 million viewers in the house. I cannot shout out everybody one by one because, of course, we are concentrating with our topic. But of course, later on we can interact. If you have some questions, if you have some opinions about our topic today, that is again, I said, very interesting. You can always say it, So basically, we try to recap the story from the death of the queen and the passing of the crown to the new king, the changing of the national anthem again back to um, the reality. Yes, Lexter. Yeah, yeah, because basically it it changes my concentration. But guys, I salute you again. 23 million viewers in the house. Mega love shout out to all of you. So basically, when Prince Charles became our new king, and of course, it goes who's next because Prince Charles is now 76. And how long is he going to live? And of course, here goes Nostradamus' prediction. And for the people doesn't know Nostradamus, he's been predicting many events that even the fall of the Twin Tower was predicted. And so it is really very interesting that it goes on the picture. And of course, it says, as I mentioned earlier, that it says that it might be Prince Harry or this guy that is named Simon Charles Durante Day. So, who is Simon Charles Durante Day? Of course, he is now 56. I think the picture that you are seeing on the background is the younger version that looks like the similarity of Prince Charles or King Charles and our Queen Consort Camilla. So let's continue. She is now in Australia. He is now in Australia. That has, of course, claimed that he is a deep state mourning after the death of the grandmother. That he is claiming that his grandmother, the real grandmother, is the queen. And as you know, with this kind of situation, because he exposed himself and even broadcast by the News 7 Australia and explained how frustrated he was and he is because the royal family just ignore his claim. This is his word. I just think at least Charles can do is give me an answer. Acknowledge me. He gives William a title like that. Well, where's my answer? Where's my DNA proof? If you're not my father, prove you're not, the man claimed. You know, the message was fair enough because basically, if someone is claiming, then tell them that no, you're not, or here is the DNA test that you are just a fake one, or maybe not even related to us. So basically, the guy is frustrated. This Simon Charles, he wants an answer from the royal family. But as you know, the royal family has a strong protocols that they just ignore this kind of situation. And but again, who knows what will happen next? Maybe because you cannot deny your bloodline. You cannot deny your siblings or your children if you have something that is being kept in secret. Maybe it's about time to air the real truth, to tell the people that at the end of the day, they're married anyway and legally. And of course, the Camilla is now the queen consort, and Prince Charles is now the new king. And hopefully, this will give a clarity. So, this is our discussion at the moment that might give something a a hint. And again, because the Nostradamus prediction is also very surprising that it appears all of a sudden that maybe the king will abdicate the throne after a few years because of course women has long lives, and that's what some opinions and royalists and citizens that were saying. And maybe, who knows, the new king won't survive that long, or maybe will abdicate and give it to the young son. But again, as we are discussing here, Prince William was not in the picture. Ladies and gentlemen, as we are saying, the talk that we are having here is just the opinions that we got from the press, from the news, and we are not trying to create from our own personal views. Of course, we try to analyze it and try to discuss it in order for us to have an interesting topic. But again, the possibility there is not impossible. When there is something that they said in our own um, in our own language that walang usok kung walang apoy. And this kind of thing, there is a princess in Germany that has been like a secret daughter that denied by the father, the king, and also later on the later age when the father is already old, and they gave the daughter, which is already around 40 years old, the chance to claim the royalty, because she belongs to the bloodline. Although she was an illegitimate, is still a daughter of the king. So the same thing in here. Why, if you are entitled to, and again, why don't you try? So, in this regard, what do you think is your opinion in this matter? Do you think there is a truth between this claim? Because basically, there is a lot. I've been listening. There is just very recent that has been posted like few days ago that he was re-interviewed again by the media, by Seven News Australia. And again, his claim is just to prove the DNA. And after that, no means no. That is the only thing. I think that will be very fair. Okay, so since we already started to discuss a few things, of course, I'm going to give shout outs to our um, people here. Of course, Alex J, Ellie in Japan, Waray Waray, Marisa Sumil, whoever you are there, keep typing so I could um, shout you out. Sheila Jane. And I would like to reiterate again, our new content is basically, I would like to discuss the most current events that are happening around the world, that everyone could relate, not limited to one topic only. Because it's always good to discuss some varieties, whether it is political, it is religion, love, relationship, career, success, downfall, breakups, and maybe some motivational thoughts that we can extend and give you good advices, because it is very important. Bikini Abe, Mary Yao is in the house. Shonalyn Susano, thank you so much. So for those people that just arrived, of course, you can always replay our topic. We're not finished yet, but of course, it is an honor to see you guys listening to us, because it is always very important that we have a very interesting topic that will get moral. It's always good to discuss something that is credible, not just trying to have fun with people, and do some bashing and negativity. So, and this is another interesting one, ladies and gentlemen, because aside from this, I am going to continue the story of the this Simon Charles Durante, because that is our main topic, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so but it says, that of course, being the biological son of King Charles and Camilla, now he wants his place in line with the succession. True enough, if proven, of course, it will be a big change to the royalty. What do you think will happen, ladies and gentlemen, if it will be proven that he is a real son of Kings Charles and Camilla? What will happen to the succession? So it will be very interesting. Okay. So it says here more on Simon Durante Day. It says that Simon was born in Portsmouth in 1966, before Charles' marriage to the Diana. But he believes the late princess did actually find out about his existence. You see, we believe that Diana knew of my existence, as he said, that she had put together the pieces. Durante Day told the News 7 Australia last year. Diana was at point where she was finding out answers about her life, how she was wronged, and she was going public with it. So it says he also wrote Muhammad Al Fayed, the Dodi's father, with his story and told him who he was. This guy, I started to do his own assignment in order for him to be known. But again, I think he is still denied by the monarchs. So let's continue. And so it says one of Diana's secret fears could have been that there was a secret child. There were also sorts of rumors flying around, and that this his existence would have been one of them. So basically, during the time of Diana, it was already resurfaced, ladies and gentlemen. Napag-usapan na rin pala na merong ganito. Of course, considering the life of our new king of being a playboy, I think that is not impossible. That is not impossible because few relationships and everything that there's always a hidden secrets on our closets, all of us, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, even the monarchs is not exempted with its kind. This story continues, ladies and gentlemen. It says after the death of Diana, it also, in fact, uh, a lot of things that were brought in public, according to this news. And the passing prompted Durante Day to go public with the information he had as a part of the investigation into her death. Basically, he was one of those investigated as well. He approached the British authorities, who he says took his claim very seriously. So before that, this guy also approached the authority. And of course, the authority took it seriously. It says, we were in Lismore and Australia in 2004. After Diana, I sent a letter to the Metropolitan Police saying I believed I was Charles and Camilla's son and whether it would have any ramifications in case about Diana's death, said Durante Day. So this kind of claims, he said he was making submissions to the Paget inquiry, and as a result, Charles got questioned a second time during the inquiry, and it was after his letter was sent, and he believes that is why. But again, it's still not clear. The the most claim that he wanted to is the DNA, which is, of course, I think that is the bottom line of the claim. Okay. So anyway, since our topic is still about the royal, and our new king is Prince Charles, of course, for the information of everyone, I do some um, research also that you know what happened, for the information of our viewers, that of course how and what will be his new name. Of course, he retained the King's Charles, and he is the King's Charles the third. And because there was he has the forename Charles, Philip, Arthur, and George. So King Charles was chosen, and of course there will be a formal ceremonies after the death of the queen that has been done while um, the queen was on lying state. And of course, because it needs to be transformed right away, but the coronation will still be done, I think, first quarter of next year, because it's still a lot of things to do. So basically, during this coronation, it will become a formal ceremonies, and the people from the Commonwealth and High Commissioners will be invited. The dignitaries, I think it says on the news that around 700 people around the world, based on the theory, um, are invited to the coronation. And but it is not been confirmed yet, because basically at the end of the day it is still the monarchs who will finally approve the full attendance of the people that will come on the coronation. So basically, the coronation will be formal. It will be the high and the most symbolic point of the accession of our new king. And so when Charles is formally crowned, because of the preparation needed, the coronation is not likely to happen very soon, as we are saying. So the the Queen Mother, which is the mother of King Charles, was get the throne, succeeded the throne 1952, but not crowned until June 1953. So basically, um, automatically she became the king, the queen on the throne, but the coronation still happened after few months. So, for the information of our friends, 19 million viewers, for the past 900 years, the coronation has been held in Westminster Abbey. So, Westminster Abbey, which is just very close to me, ladies and gentlemen, is the ultimate venue for the coronation since the first coronation of William the Conqueror that has been crowned there, and follows with many monarchs. So it says King Charles will become the 40th that will be crowned on Westminster Abbey. And of course, this is an Anglican religious service, because the monarch is not Catholic. As you know, the history between Catholics and the Anglicans, and of course, the monarchs are Anglican religious service that will be carried out by the Archbishop of Canterbury. And at the climax of the ceremony, he will place St. Edward's crown on Charles' head. So basically, it is a different crown that the king will be having. A solid gold crown dating from 1661, ladies and gentlemen. This is centerpiece of the crown jewel of the Tower of London. It is only worn by the monarchs at the moment of coronation itself. Ladies and gentlemen, this crown, there is a place in London that you can visit. You pay, I think, 18 to 26 pounds, and you could see the crown jewels. And all these crown jewels of the monarchs is being placed for exhibits here in Tower of London. So you can see it, and it says that the crown is there as a centerpiece, so you could see it. I've been there, but of course there were so many crowns, and I couldn't identify which is which. But maybe if I'm going to go back again, I'm going to identify it and see it. It says that it is a very heavy. It's a 2.23 kilos solid gold crown. Unlike on the royal weddings, the coronation is a big state occasion. The government pays for it, and they ultimately decides the guest list. So as I've said, the government will still make the decision who are the final guests, that are joining. So basically, ladies and gentlemen, there are lots to discuss actually. And as you know, based on my uh, recent, while I was watching, preparing for this show, ladies and gentlemen. Um, I prepared myself, and I want to make sure that I give proper information, not just hallucinations or speculations. So I watch documentaries, documentaries and per documentaries. And another discoveries that I learned, that I got it from Timeline. You could watch it from Timeline. That is the name of the YouTube, but that is a proper documentary that I think with a 5 million subscriber. And I discovered another very interesting, discovery that the actual monarchs are actually illegitimate. They don't belong to the real monarchs. And according to the research, because after these discoveries, they have called historians of the or royalists. They have meetings and everything, and then they went to the library and seen the records that because on our existing monarchs, it belongs to uh, King Edward, King Edward, the son of Henry VIII. And from their family tree, you could see the successions of thrones between thrones and the monarchy. And they found out that the actually the because that time King Henry VIII was desperate to have a son, and it's all women. But while King Henry VIII went to battle for like 15 months. When he came back, he has a son. So, according to claims that how does that happen when the king went out for 15 months? When you arrive, you have a new son, You cannot have that long. They said, according to the record, just like 11 months. And when they have the son, so um, it scientifically it's impossible, and they try to put it like on the record. It was recorded, but because during those time, um, there was during claims of those war of the roses, when kings killed their siblings and everything in order for them to get the crown, so there was no claimants. That is why the first um, queen was Elizabeth the First. And and like rivaling with her half sister Queen Mary. And those successions follows through up to this um, monarchy, and that is why they called it is Elizabethan, monarchy. But there is a claim that the true king supposedly is King Michael from Australia, ladies and gentlemen. It is a very interesting one. I actually put it on my YouTube intro. I put the description. I put the link in order for you to watch it if you want to. And yeah, so that is a very interesting find, and maybe we can discuss it again further. But you know, um, at the moment, time check, that is 44 minutes. I think we are running on time. And this is a good talk to everyone. And thank you so much for listening. Maybe in the future, because I might be busy this month or a couple of months until December, who knows, maybe most of my Let's Talk blog will be recorded, or if I have time, I will try my best to do it in live. Because, of course, it's always good to interact with you guys. But the good thing with recorded also, you can edit the imperfections of the talk. So yes. So if you have some questions and suggestions that you want to discuss in this Let's Talk, with Sir Julius, you can always recommend and comment. So overall, ladies and gentlemen, for our viewers from there that has been listening, what do you think? What do you think is the reality on this subject? Do you think Simon Charles is just claiming to be famous, or there is a factual evidence on his claim? What can you say, ladies and gentlemen, if you are listening to our topic? You know, in order for me to understand your thought. But of course, this is an open discussion to everybody. Everybody can discuss everything and make their own opinion. But again, we are just basing our topics on the news, on the predictions of Nostradamus. That's why it made me interesting to do some research, and that who is who will become the new king that will succeed with Prince Charles, King Charles, if he is going to abdicate the crown. Tita Juliet is here. Oh, I wish you were here earlier, because I am asking opinion. And if you've been listening to our talk, I hope you can share your comment on the comment section, so we can tell them. What can you say, Tita Juliet Dahab? Actually, I discussed this with her yesterday, and I think she is also contemplating on the issue, that she has also some thoughts that might or might not. I was here from the beginning. Ah, okay. All right. Thank you so much. Say thank you so much. So, yes, it's always good to counteract, because it is important that it is not something that to argue, because there's no point to argue, but it's always good that we know how to listen and interpret things in order for us to have our own decision and opinion in the end. We need to check in balance in a way. So, what's going on? But again, the topic that we are having today doesn't mean impossible. That is very close to the reality. Well, me myself, I am very excited what will happen next, because who really deserve the crown, if the person really deserved, because basically it will goes to the bloodline and everything, a real son. Could you imagine if Simon will be the real son, or is the real son of, or the secret son of Charles and Camilla? He is very much entitled of the throne. What do you think? What do you think? Please comment down below. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, okay, I would like to address again and greet our audience. Better late than never. Malen SJ, thank you so much for coming. And of course, to the people that just arrived that you haven't seen or just starting to watch, or if you are new to this channel, again, please don't forget to hit this subscribe button so that you will be notified for our future talk. Only here on Let's Talk. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to have a break for a while. I'll be back in few minutes. I'll see you in a bit. Only here on Let's Talk.
Welcome to Let's Talk 101.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. We're back. 13 million viewers in the house. Thank you so much for not leaving us. And I couldn't see anyone raised question. But again, it's always good to interact and discuss the subject because as again I'm saying it is a very interesting talk. Angel of Labason and the house. So I think the timing is just right that we don't over time. We don't drag the topic so long. So I think 1 hour is I think good enough. And time check, it's already 52 minutes, and that is very good. So for me, a big no, sir, to that. Yes, I always agree with people's opinion. I mean, I always give an extra salute when people voice their opinion because it is very important. Okay, so what do you think is our pilot episode, ladies and gentlemen? Is it worth bringing more topics or whatever? As I've said, we can discuss everything under the sun. It's unlimited. As long as we are pursuing positivity, that we don't harm anybody or hurt personal feelings of others, I think we have to pursue. Yes, thank you so much. And I'm going to end our talk with a beautiful fable that I would like to tell you a story. Okay, there is this donkey. They said never argue with a donkey because the donkey said the grass is blue, and the donkey was arguing with the tiger, and the tiger said, no, it's green. So they are having a very heated discussion, and they went to the king lion. And so basically, upon reaching the lion king, the donkey was screaming and said to the lion king, your Highness, is it true that the grass is blue? And of course, the king lion said, yes, it's true that the grass is blue. That was the answer of the Lion King. May Myers, thank you for coming. So let's continue our story. And of course, the tiger was surprised that the king lion agrees with the donkey that the grass is blue. So after the donkey left, the tiger were in silence, and he went to um, and basically the tiger said to well, this is said the tiger disagrees with me, said the donkey, and it annoys me and will punish me, blah blah blah. So, and the king said, okay, in this regard, I am going to punish the tiger for 5 years silence. So, despite of that, pinatawan niya pa ang tiger ng 5 taong pananahimik. So, that was kind of a surprise. So, the donkey jumped with joy. Tuwan-tuwa pa si donkey kasi syempre siya ang panalo. Imagine na nag-agree sa kanya King Lion that the grass is blue. So the tiger accepted the punishment. But before he accepted the punishment, the tiger accepted the 5 years punishment. The tiger said, Your Majesty, why have you punished me? After all, the grass is green. And the king lion said, in fact, the grass is green. So the tiger asked, "So why did you punish me to be silenced for 5 years?" And the king lion replied, "That has nothing to do with the question whether the grass is blue or the grass is green. Ladies and gentlemen, please listen to the moral lesson of the story. The punishment is because it is not possible for a brave and intelligent creature like you to waste time arguing with a donkey, and on top of that, come and bother me with that very silly question." You see, the worst waste of time is arguing with a fool and fanatic who does not care about the truth or reality, but only the victory of his beliefs and illusions. Never waste time on arguments and don't make sense. There are people who, no matter how much evidence we present to them, are not in the capacity to understand. The others are blinded by ego, hatred, and resentment, and all they want is to be right, even if they are not. When ignorance screams, intelligence is silent. Your peace and quiet are worth more. That was King Lion said to the tiger. O di ba mga kapatid, that is a very interesting fable of the day. Sana nakapulutan ng aral ang ating kwento. Dito lang po sa Batibot. Ayan po mga kaibigan, time check po tayo. I think we are again on time. It is a very good time talking to you all. So thank you ever so much. I wish to see you soon. Again, have a good health. Thank you for staying. For the people that who won our deal or no deal, by the way, everything will be given to you in due time. I'm just waiting for my treasurer in the Philippines to disburse the money, and I'm sure Chrissy G will do the rest. So thank you ever so much, ladies and gentlemen. I hope to see you again soon, only here on Let's Talk 101 with Sir Julius. Bye for now and have a blessed evening in the Philippines and have a blessed day. Thank you so much.
Welcome to Let's Talk 101.